I'm sorry. Y'all wanted Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles Carter to go knock on Brandy Norwood's dressing room door? Are y'all high?
You see,
the family didn't approve it. Brandy didn't vouch for this. She didn't stamp it. My mama didn't stamp it. Nobody in the crew stamped it. This is just me on my own. You know what I mean?
Listen to this wild moment right here, because Ray J really stepped into a whole new level of messy with this one. Over the years, he's pulled plenty of stunts that made his big sister Brandy look bad, but exposing their private business by announcing that Beyoncé supposedly can't stand her? That's a different kind of low, and people are looking at him like, does he secretly have it out for his own sister?
So Beyoncé has shown up to at least 5 of the stops on the show in order to support Kelly. She's shown up with Jay Z a few times too, and there have been times that Solange has also made an appearance, in addition to her girls Blue Ivy and Rumi.
Out of the blue, Ray J jumped online and started calling out Jay Z and Beyoncé like he was ready for a showdown. He claimed they've been going out of their way to act like Brandy doesn't exist, even though they popped up at the Boys Mind tour more than once. According to him, they walked in, watched the show, and dipped without so much as a, "Hey girl," in Brandy's direction.
There is even one time that they almost crossed paths with each other as Brandy was making her way to the stage, but it looked as though Beyoncé saw her coming and she vanished into thin air.
Then Ray J pushed it even further, saying Brandy is too classy to address it herself, but he's not, so he's gonna speak on it loud and clear. He insisted it's time for Beyoncé to squash whatever old drama she allegedly has with Brandy, talking like this tension has been lingering since their Destiny's Child days. And he said it with his chest like he was dropping hidden history the world needed to know. The thing is, Ray J made it sound like he was revealing some deep secret that nobody else ever picked up on, and the way he delivered it had everyone gasping like, wait, what just happened?
No, I'm just saying, like, niggas need to pull up, like, when they come to the show, come say what's up to Brandy too, Jay Z and Beyonce. That's it, like, because, like, we big fans. We got our family in there, our cousins, and we know y'all there, and we love y'all, and we look up to y'all. For y'all to come to every one of Brandy and Monica's shows and never say what's up to B, and take all the pictures and all, I mean, it just, I don't like it. And I love you, Jay, and I love you, B. Please, like, you guys are the biggest 2 stars in the world. So we know you there. Just, you know, y'all walk by Brandy room, just pull up, say what's up, B, have a good show. I mean, she don't care. She never told me about this, and I am crashing out on this one. This is crazy. But as a brother and a fan of Jay Z and Beyonce, like we want to take some pictures with y'all too, and we want to say hi, and we want to be inspired by the inspirational words that you guys are gonna give.
Because bringing Beyoncé into anything automatically blows it up, but dragging Brandy into a feud she never even spoke on? That had the whole internet side-eyeing him heavy. Now you can really see why Brandy keeps her brother at arm's length sometimes, because the minute she lets him back in, he pops out with something chaotic like this. It's like she gives him an inch, and he sprints straight into drama mode with the whole world watching. Ever since the Boys Mind tour kicked off, celebrities have been sliding through left and right to show love to Brandy and Monica, making every stop feel like a full-on celebration.
And I know Brandy and Ryan are gonna hate this, but please pull up and say what's up to B. And if y'all there, this y'all 6th or 7th time being at the Brandy Monica tour, or the Monica Brandy tour. Y'all ain't said what's up to B at all. I just don't think that that's okay. I love you guys. No, come on, Jay, come on, B. Let's do the right thing, all right? I love you.
Patti LaBelle rolled through Jersey with that legendary glow. Rihanna popped in looking unbothered and flawless. And even our forever First Lady Michelle Obama came through with support that had the whole crowd buzzing. That alone was iconic energy.
Now, The reason why Beyonce ain't came to speak to Brandy, baby, is because Beyonce does not talk to anyone who used to sleep with Jay Z. Okay, whether you guys know it or not, and I have to say allegedly, right? Jay Z and Brandy used to talk back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like late 90s type stuff, right? Brandy always kept Jay Z on the low back in the day because, quite honestly, he was too ugly to be out in public with. I'm just keeping it real. To claim him publicly, he was too ugly back in the day.
And of course, Jay Z and Beyoncé have pulled up several times too, because even if nothing else, Kelly Rowland is one of the openers. And at this point, Kelly and Beyoncé are basically family. So Beyoncé has been at least 5 stops, showing up to clap for her girl, sometimes with Jay Z at her side, sometimes with Solange sliding through, and sometimes even with Blue Ivy and Rumi chilling in the mix. Whenever Beyoncé hits the building, it becomes an event instantly. And every single time she stops by, she makes sure to take pictures with everyone, dancers, staff, fans, crew. She's all smiles, all love, all photos. But when people zoomed in and checked the pics, Brandy was missing. Not once. Not even in the background. Not even caught by accident in a reflection. It was like Beyoncé was taking photos with the whole world except Brandy. And folks definitely noticed.
Kelly, girl, you on some fake fuck shit. You wouldn't be opening for my show, bitch. Now, this is just speculation and it's alleged, but Kelly, you the reason why Brandy and Beyonce can't get in a video and photo together. You at the center of this fucking beef. Take accountability. But you over here opening up for her show. You need to make things right. You the reason these ladies can't come together.
There was even one moment that had social media detectives working overtime. Brandy was walking toward the stage, and Beyoncé was nearby. It looked like they were about to pass each other, but the second Brandy got close, Beyoncé dipped so fast people were wondering if she teleported. One blink, and she was gone. Rumors started flying instantly because the whole thing looked way too deliberate. Beyoncé has also been hyping up Kelly heavy during this tour, posting pics, dropping support, and even posing in front of the Boy Is Mine tour poster. But here's where things got messy. Somehow, and I mean somehow, Brandy's face ended up cropped clean out of that picture. And if you've seen the actual poster, then you already know Brandy and Monica are standing right next to each other, side by side. So for Brandy to mysteriously disappear from the shot, that felt way too slick to be an accident. Like,
the first time was at Soul Train. Soul Train. Tell me how I was. Like, I want to know, please. I just need to know.
You were so obnoxious.
You did? Ooh. Tell me, like, what was I saying to you, Kelly?
I don't know. You were just asking me and the girls a whole bunch of questions. Why y'all do this? Why y'all do that? Ooh, y'all something. It was a whole bunch of questions.
Oh my God.
And remember, we just gotten back from Jamaica. I was like the color of, but just really, really chocolate. And I remember you were like, ooh, girl, you are dark.
No, I was not.
Seriously? I swear. I was like,
did I say dark or black?
come on! Brandy's whole face didn't just float off the image on its own. It looked a little too intentional, I'm just saying. But if Beyoncé and Brandy were trying to keep things quiet, respectful, and grown, Ray J was not on that wave at all. He hopped straight on social media, ready to light a match and let the whole situation explode. No hesitation, no pause, just full send into chaos. He started telling the world how he and Brandy were big fans of Beyoncé and Jay Z. But it was starting to look shady since neither of them had ever spoken a single word to Brandy, despite showing up to her tour more than once. He made it sound like Beyoncé walked in, looked around, and purposely kept a force field up the entire time. Ray J had everybody cringing because... what was the reason? Nobody was even paying attention to Beyoncé supposedly avoiding Brandy until he brought it up like it was breaking news. He basically turned a quiet moment into a wildfire for no reason. And the wildest part? He admitted that Brandy never made a big deal about any of it, and she definitely didn't tell him to speak up. She was minding her business, staying classy. Meanwhile, he was online stirring a pot nobody asked him to touch. Brandy was locked in on giving the crowd a powerful show, so she wasn't stressing about any supposed tension. Ray J was the only one loud about it because he felt like people were shading his sister, and he wasn't having it. He took it personal, even though Brandy herself wasn't bothered at all. But here's the thing. Beyoncé and Brandy are not required to pose together or greet each other every time they breathe the same air. When Brandy attended the Renaissance tour with her daughter, she didn't go hunting for Beyoncé backstage either, so it's not like she's been chasing that connection. Plus, Beyoncé and Brandy have never exactly been besties, and the history between their circles goes way back. People forget that Jay Z and Brandy had a bit of a connection in the 90s. He even pulled up to the Moshe set a couple times. They were close enough that Brandy eventually signed to Roc Nation in 2009 before things fizzled out, and they went their separate ways. So yeah, there's some old energy in the mix, and then there's Kelly. Kelly has mentioned before that Brandy wasn't always the sweetest toward Destiny's Child back in the day. Later on, when Brandy and Kelly got super tight, the streets were saying Brandy used to whisper to Kelly that she'd shine harder as an artist if she wasn't mainly viewed as Beyoncé's friend. That's the kind of comment that can spark quiet tension real fast. From the way people describe it, Brandy was pushing the idea that Kelly needed to branch away from Beyoncé and Matthew Knowles to really level up. But Kelly? She ran the whole situation right back to Beyoncé like, here's what was said. And once Beyoncé heard all that, it allegedly made her pull back from Brandy completely. So when folks say Beyoncé keeps her distance from Brandy, the backstory paints the picture loud and clear. There's history, there's old misunderstandings, and there's a whole lot of mixed energy that never fully got resolved. But that's not even the whole story, because there was also that moment when Brandy got asked about Beyoncé's song Bow Down, and she straight up said the track wasn't for her, though she added that she respected Beyoncé. The answer was polite on the surface, but the way she said it had people raising eyebrows like, was that shade or what? And honestly, when you look back over the years, it kind of seems like Brandy has tossed little shots toward Beyoncé more than once. Not just Beyoncé either. She's made comments about plenty of celebs, trying to position herself as more polished, more elevated, more above the mess. And folks haven't forgotten that energy at all. So now a lot of people are saying Brandy might just be facing the fallout of her own vibe, because you can't spend years being low-key shady and still expect everyone to greet you with open arms. People notice patterns, even when they don't speak on them right away. Then, Ray J decided to jump into the mix, and it got even messier. After he started talking, people suddenly noticed Brandy leaving comments under Beyoncé's posts, comments accusing Beyoncé of copying her style while still ignoring her existence. The internet went wild instantly, like, wait, what is going on here? It got so chaotic that Brandy's team had to come forward and announce that her account had been hacked, which finally got fans to calm down and stop arguing about who the real superstar is. Because the back and forth between fan bases was getting intense fast. But the damage was done. Now if Brandy and Beyoncé ever do decide to take a picture together or share a moment publicly, it's gonna look staged. Like Brandy was chasing Beyoncé's approval the whole time and finally got it under pressure instead of it being a natural, genuine link-up. And that just makes the whole situation look even more awkward. Ray J didn't stop there either, because once he felt like Brandy wasn't getting the respect she deserved, he doubled down like he was her personal bodyguard on social media. He kept posting little jabs, making it seem like Beyoncé and Jay Z were purposely freezing Brandy out of the industry, and people were watching his page like a reality show because every hour he dropped something new. Meanwhile, fans were digging through old interviews and clips trying to figure out when the tension even started. And some folks swear Brandy and Beyoncé locked eyes at an event years ago with this stiff smile that said everything without a single word. It became a whole internet investigation overnight. Then a rumor popped up claiming Brandy once said in private that Beyoncé never really respected real vocalists, which had everyone scrambling to find receipts even though nobody had proof at all. But you know how fast stories spread online? Once one person repeats it, suddenly everybody acts like it's confirmed history. At the same time, Beyoncé's fans were defending her heavy, saying she doesn't have to greet anybody she doesn't want to, especially if the energy hasn't been clean for years. And Brandy's fans clapped back, saying their girl paved the way for half the industry and deserves basic respect at the bare minimum. By the end of the day, the timeline was split into two sides arguing like it was a championship game. And poor Brandy still hadn't said a single word. She was somewhere focusing on her vocals while the world was spinning a whole drama she never asked for. What really sent the internet into a frenzy was when a backstage worker claimed that Brandy had actually tried to approach Beyoncé once during the tour, just to congratulate her on all her success. According to this person, Brandy was being warm and respectful, but Beyoncé allegedly kept it short and dipped out so fast it felt like the moment vanished before it even started. That story spread like wildfire, even though nobody could confirm if it really happened. Then another rumor popped up saying Monica tried to play peacemaker between them, telling people she wasn't about to let her tour turn into a silent Cold War. The idea of Monica walking around backstage, making sure two grown stars weren't avoiding each other, had everybody laughing and stressed at the same time because it sounded way too believable. Some fans started saying the whole situation had nothing to do with old drama and everything to do with Beyoncé just protecting her peace. They pointed out that she barely interacts with anyone outside her tight circle, so Brandy wasn't being singled out at all. She was just caught in the crossfire of Beyoncé's extreme boundaries. But others argued back that Beyoncé smiles and hugs hundreds of people at every show, so the fact that she never once posed with Brandy felt a little too sharp to ignore. People were breaking down clips frame by frame like detectives, trying to catch even one tiny moment of them making eye contact. And while all this was happening, Ray J kept liking posts that made the tension look even bigger than it was, which had fans accusing him of stirring the pot on purpose. They were saying he was using the drama to make himself relevant again, and every time he hit that like button, it added more pressure on Brandy even though she never asked for any of it. And honestly, it wouldn't look great for either of them if they finally snapped a picture now, because folks would swear it was forced. But even with everything Ray J has been saying, and even if some people believe Beyoncé really doesn't vibe with Brandy, the public is still not rocking with the way he blasted their private business like that. Monica girl, come take Ray J's phone because he is doing way too much out here. For real though, this whole Beyoncé won't take a picture with Brandy thing has turned into one of the most childish debates these fan groups have ever created. It's like everybody forgot these are grown women with full careers and real lives, not characters in some drama series. People are blaming Ray J for stirring everything up, saying he's letting himself get dragged into attention-chasing energy, and the moment he hit post, the whole internet went into overdrive. Meanwhile, Beyoncé is over there living her life, making her own choices, and staying focused like she always does. She doesn't owe anybody a photo, not even someone as iconic as Brandy, and that's just the truth. And if we're keeping it real, Brandy probably didn't care at all about not getting a picture with Beyoncé. She was busy touring, performing, and minding her business. It's her brother that keeps jumping into situations that don't need his input, making everything louder than it ever needed to be. Then the timing made things even messier. Brandy's Instagram gets hacked on the exact same day Ray J is online ranting about Beyoncé and Jay Z not acknowledging her. People were side-eyeing that whole situation like, interesting timing. It had the internet questioning whether it was real or just damage control to calm the storm. But now the big question people keep asking is this. Do you think Ray J was completely out of line for bringing all this up? Or was he honestly just trying to look out for his sister the only way he knows how? Let everyone know what you think in the comments, and if you're feeling all this tea, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to JUicyReel for more wild stories just like this.